Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dean, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2023 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are helping me out more than you will ever know, getting me seen again by the YouTube algorithm since I had to take that break to take care of sick family members. So, thank you all so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the Six of Cups. We can be really nostalgic, but we can also want to be making things exactly like they were once upon a time. And that's great. It's great to have that kind of touchstone to want to replicate in our lives, but it can also take over things. It can be like, well, it's not as good as when, it's not as this as it should be. And so we have to be very, very mindful of not having our past become crippling to us because we're not able to have it replicated perfectly. Be aware of that. In one way or another, be aware of that. Now, with our spirit message, let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So we have two, and they're both reversed. We have manifest and we have focus. We are not focusing on what we want to manifest. We're focusing on everywhere else. We can actually feel really, really scattered during this time. And this is going to be a time where we have to take bite-sized, pieces. I'm just laughing because spirit keeps on telling me this, and I tend to like to be as overwhelmed as humanly possible and then wonder why I can't get anything done. So that's exactly what spirit is saying here. There's a sense of being so overwhelmed and it's like, I'm out. I'm done. I can't do this anymore type of thing. So here, focusing on what we want to manifest, not negatively. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. So spirit says, okay, we'll give you more of that, type of thing. So here, looking at what we're focusing on in our lives, whether it be chaos or harmony, and knowing that we are manifesting, even if we don't think we are, like we're sneakily manifesting our lives, whether it's the way we want it or it's the way we think, oh no, I never wanted to be that way. That's going to be a really big thing. In Qigong, they say the E controls the Qi, and the E is the thoughts. It's our mind, and that is brilliant. It's like, wow, when people say, change your mind, change your life, there's this ancient practice that also says that and has been saying that for so long. So that is, I think that's beautiful. Let's see what spirit has to say here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, so it's really cool here, Scorpio, is you're a bit of a powerhouse when it comes to being able to increase your finances. So that's really, really cool. You have the King of Pentacles here. So there is a bunch of power coming in saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I'm headed. I can see the way that things are interconnected and I'm heading towards success. We are also going to feel really comfortable around people who are grounded, who are determined, who are focused, who have a clear sight of what they want, and who are very knowledgeable. We want to be very knowledgeable about things during this time, which can actually make us kind of step back. It's like if we don't know absolutely everything, we can think, oh, I can't speak. And that's not necessarily the case, but just know that about ourselves during this time. We have Temperance reversed. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. So we can be having trouble connecting with a Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius can be giving us a bit of difficulty. If we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, we're not connecting with that part of our own energy. Just as if we have Sagittarius in our chart, we're not connecting with that as well. There's something here, though, about truth not being balanced. So just know that. Just know you might see things one way, other people might see them another way, and you'll be thinking, why can't they see it like I see it? You know, why can't they see the truth of things? And this is just going to be a time for certain people that you are working with in business, in finances, type of thing, where they can't see it. Somebody's living in a little bit of an illusion. Now we have to make sure that it's not us, right? But I mean, everybody lives in a little bit of their own illusion. So just be aware of this during this time. But things aren't necessarily as balanced as we would like them to be. But we're really, I just see it like, but we're kind of okay with that. We're kind of okay with really being focused on work and creating and cultivating what we want. It's kind of like after I have all the harvest in, then I can be worried about anything else. But if I don't get the harvest in on time, right, it could rot and then I'll lose all my profits. So here, just because things are out of balance, I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. It can be something though that bothers you a bit. With the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of what we dream about coming forward. And Scorpio, we live a lot in our dreams. We live a lot in our inner desires. We walk the realm of the waking world and the spiritual world. And so here, when we're letting our dreams come forward, we're letting a very personal part of ourselves come forward. We're going to see ourselves connecting more and more, but in ways we hadn't expected, in ways that we didn't think were possible. So we're connecting with our dreams because we ourselves are going through a very transformative period during this time. We'll be highly successful the first half of June, but it's also going to be a highly transformative time for us where we're like, oh, I thought I would be heading this direction, or I thought it would be like this. And now it's totally different than what I had imagined. Or we look back, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and we could be saying, I thought my life was going to be like this. And it's really different than what I had expected. Are we going to be mad about it? Well, we might be a little bit annoyed, but it's not going to be something that pulls us back and says, well, because it's not exactly as I dreamt, I'm not going to take in the success. We're going to be like, that's interesting. Let me see how I move forward. Let me see what I'm cultivating within myself. The King of Pentacles, you're seen as prosperous. You're seen as successful. You're seen as somebody with money, whether you have it or not. The perception around you is that you do. Be very mindful of overspending during this time, because people can think like, oh, you got this, Scorpio, you have this. So just be mindful that what you project, it can be done so well that you're like, well, wait a minute, no, why am I always left with the check? Or why do you think that I could, afford this type of thing? So be aware of that. The way you look is going to be very important, not to be vain, but for Scorpio, the way you look is very important, period. But with the King of Pentacles, portraying that air of wealth and prosperity, that's going to be something that you look in your wardrobe. You're like, okay, what makes me feel powerful, and then making sure always like our hair's done, our skin is good, that type of thing. Not to say, you have to be worried about all this stuff if you don't want to be, but there's a way that we want to portray ourselves where it's like, okay, I look sharp, and we need that for us. And that's going to help us be more successful. With the Empress. The Empress is all about creativity, it's all about nurturing, it's all about success, and it's all about power. But it's really leaning into the sacred feminine aspect of it. We're very comfortable with the sacred masculine aspect during this time, and now we're very comfortable with the sacred feminine aspect, meaning we can look at the contracts and the deals and like the landscape of things and see how we have to move ourselves forward. But we can also look at the emotions and the feelings and the desires that we have and move ourselves forward this way. We're really going to see that this is a highly creative, highly charged time for us. We need to rest. We need to know that sometimes even when we rest, we're not fully recharging our batteries. There's something about having our armor on all the time. And we just have to be aware of that. It can be a very good thing for us, because it's like we're always thinking, we're always working, we'll wake up with ideas, we'll push things forward, but we also have to be mindful of it might drain our battery just a bit quicker. There's also a part of us that is sleeping, that is, in hibernation, that's going to start to awaken. And this can be a part of you that you've kind of forgotten about. And now it's like, oh, but I need this. Oh, but this is how I need to move forward for me. And it's like, why didn't I see that before? Your angels and your spirit guides right there with you. So if you're questioning, do they believe in me? Are they here with me? The answer is absolutely yes. Listen to the voices that you're hearing during this time. Listen to your angels gently guiding you, your spirit guides gently guiding you, because that's what those little like whispers that are around us are. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Be patient. Be patient. This is going to be a time where you're really investing. You're investing your time, you're investing your energy, you're investing in how you want to move forward in your future and how you want to cultivate it. So things aren't going to be, falling right into your lap during this time. You're going to have to work for them, obviously. But there is a sense here of being much more aware of what you want, of what you're discovering, of what you're needing, of what's important to you, and knowing that there are things that we're investing in. There's a long term to this game, of wealth and of success. So be aware of that. That some things are going to be happening more slowly. We can try to force it, but it's very much like fruit ripening, right? We can cut it, we can cover it with sugar. It's sweet, sure, but it's not that sweet of, ripening on its own and soaking in, the sun's warmth and the sun's deliciousness. So just be aware of that. The repeat of the number 7 here is very much talking about truth. It's very much talking about, you know, I see a balance within ourselves, even though things are out of balance. And oh my gosh, it's out of balance with the truth, right? But here with the number 7, any lies, any deceptions, they come forward. So things cannot stay hidden for long during this time, and they can't stay out of balance for long during this time. It might mean uncomfortable conversations, so be it. We need things to move forward. Our subconscious message to be mindful of is the 8 of Cups. Being mindful somebody's walking out. It could be at work, somebody just quits, and you're like, what? What? They're leaving? You know? And it can be us also that we think, you know what? I'm fed up. I want to leave. I'm done. Be mindful of how quickly you act on this energy. Okay. Our subconscious spirit energy is angelic reversed. We don't think our angels are with us, yet we know that they are. So know that they are, even if you don't always feel like they're right there. And then the tarot message is the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands reversed is very much the sense of, I'm not fighting this anymore. And whatever this is, whatever we've been fighting, like we've been in an internal battle with ourselves around work, around our creativity, around what we desire, it's coming to an end. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. It's not that we're letting people walk all over us. Actually, it's quite the opposite. We're standing very firmly in our beliefs and what we desire, but we're also not spending all our energy being on guard, being so fierce, being so intense. And that's opening doors for us. It really is. People are fools. Some people are just going to be fools and they're not going to see, they're not going to understand. We don't have to have everybody, agree with us or be on our side. We have to be on our side. And that's going to be one of the greatest things during this time is that we realize that we're the empress, we're the king, we're our greatest strength, the strength of will, the strength of power, the strength of might and right in our own life. That's going to be everything. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. May you have an absolutely successful beginning of June, first half of June. God bless. Bye.